Hello everyone and welcome to CACC Week 4 Marvel Rivals action coming to you straight from the Post-University Esports Lab tonight. I am Coach Denny and I'll be taking you through the match tonight. We've got your Post-University Eagles taking on the Caldwell University Cougars in Week 4 of the CACC. Right now, Post sitting at 4th place in the standings, still looking for their first win, where Caldwell one step above in 3rd place, sitting at 1-1 so far on the season. So this one should be a close match here. I'll get you guys right into the action here as we are getting started with some picks and bans to start this one off. As you see, they're coming through already with Caldwell saving Gambit and Post able to get the Moon Knight save while banning out Thor, Psylocke, and BP. But very intelligent magic ban coming out here from Caldwell. They've clearly done their research on this post-university roster. mewca, very, very scary on the magic. Has single-handedly taken down many backlines in his career. So Caldwell getting that off the table straight away. Interesting Hawkeye ban. We haven't really played Hawkeye too much so far this season. That could be more of a, they just generally don't like that hero. I can certainly see the Squirrel Girl ban, though. We have definitely pulled that out. mewca has played it on multiple occasions. Burn 2 has played it even occasionally. Can be a very difficult champion to deal with, especially in those choke points with that big bomb damage. Any Overwatch players in chat, she's basically Junkrat. Just super annoying to deal with. And then we have the last lock coming out. It's Doctor Strange.
Pick your hero or villain.
And now we'll see the team comps. Daredevil for mewca. He has been known to pull that out on occasion. Players to watch out for. Gonna be Rekonic for Post. Was able to lock his trademark Moon Knight. Looks like we do have a pause coming out here, so I'll see what's going on in a minute. Maybe we just have a disconnect or something. But yeah, players to watch out for Post. Certainly Rekonic on the Moon Knight, coming off of setting the new record here at Post for most damage done in a single map. That was a couple weeks ago. Trying to get the exact number here. Oh, I think I put it in general chat. People talk too much. Here it is. 44,527 damage on the Moon Knight. I'll put the graphic here up on stream for you. Boom. 44. There's nothing to sniff at there. So he's definitely the player to watch out for Post. But it looks like the pause is over. We are back into the game. So I'll get you guys onto the map here. I think I can
30 seconds before you attack. Get
hide
ready.
that. It's been a, bear with me here.
The worst part about white costumes?
It's been a minute
The bloodstains.
since I have spectated Marvel Rivals, so give me a minute here. Is this? Yeah, that's the. Okay. V is the top-down view. Yep. All right. So full team comps coming out here. Player to watch here for Post is going to be Rekonic. Meanwhile, player for Caldwell to watch is going to be Adapt. Highest ranked player for his career. Got to 1 above all, which is the highest rank in the game. So Post is definitely going to have to watch out for Adapt. He's playing Gambit right now. As we see now the first engagement getting going. Jojo in the chat, love to see it. Hey, and Aiden's here. What's up, Aiden? Maybe he'll start map 2. Here we go, first engagement coming out. No fatal damage quite yet. We're kind of getting quite low. Will get healed up. mewca, though, diving into the back line, getting low, getting some heals, dueling. The other Daredevil in the backline wins that engagement, and that's going to be a huge advantage for Post at the start of this fight. Now it's a 6v5. Let's see if Post can take advantage as they're pushing them back. THELimboSteppr with another kill for the Eagles. 2 more for Rekonic and another for Ssjlion, and that's going to be the full team wipe for Post University as they will take control of the point, and that will start ticking up here. Now we see Caldwell regrouping. Shout out to Ssjlion coming off the bench here on the thing. See mewca on the flank once again, gets taken down to about half and needs to play defensive, get some support from his team. Werewolf getting a little low as well, has to also back off. Both teams trying to feel each other out. Post perfectly happy to play for time here, as they are the ones with control of the point. mewca looking for an angle, just gonna try to brute force it straight in through as we see the first ultimates of the match coming out from both teams. Piano Penguin popping that one. No kills yet though. Finally Rekonic goes down, Original Moon, but Rekonic gets one from the grave. And it's a 1-for-1 so far. mewca with another, and this is slight advantage to Post, but Frosty goes down and so does Ssjlion, and this could be the team fight going over to Caldwell, as Rekonic now the last player alive, and he is all the way back in spawn. So Caldwell will take control of the point right back, but 66% for Post, not too shabby on that first hold. Looking at the ultimates here, we've got 3 online for Post University. Frosty, mewca, and THELimboSteppr coming in, ready to go. Meanwhile, only 1 for Caldwell, so Post plays their cards right here. This fight should be theirs. But Ssjlion gets absolutely eviscerated on the front lines. 2 kills already for Caldwell. Make it 3. Burn2 trying to fall back and is not able to. That is a clean team wipe for Caldwell, and they will remain in control of the point. Now ticking up past 40% here. But Post crucially did not use any of their ultimates in that last engagement, so still have all of them, plus Ssjlion now almost to that thing ult. Needs to get in there and try to get some space. Make some space for the team. mewca going in by himself right now. There we go. But Piano Penguin takes down Rekonic right at the start of this fight. That is huge. Let's see if Post can counterattack here. Frosty and Limbo and Ssjlion all getting a kill. It's a team ace almost right there for the Eagles, with 1 player on each team almost getting every kill. And that one looked bad at the start with Rekonic getting picked off the rip, but the Eagles were able to turn it around. Caldwell devoting too many resources into that 1 kill. And now Post threatening 80% now. This could be final fight territory as Caldwell is grouping up. mewca looking for the flank. Squirrel Girl ultimate coming out, the Stampede. And now here's mewca on the flank. But already 2 kills for Caldwell, make it 3. And mewca, the timing was a little off there. Too late on the flank. And he will fall, and Caldwell will retain control of the point once again. Eventually, Eagles doing a valiant job staying alive, getting all the way to overtime. Finally, Caldwell will retake here. But now we are in just about final fight territory, at least for Caldwell if they lose 1. Post could maybe extend this into 2 fights. But, whoa, Rekonic getting down to 1 health, does get taken down by Original Moon's last shot. And that is a huge stagger for Caldwell. Now we are definitely in final fight territory. Post has got a touch in the next 10 seconds here. Or Caldwell will take this first point. mewca swapping to the Storm. I like this swap. Let's see if Caldwell can react to it in time. Post has got a touch here. 95% for Caldwell. And here's Caldwell trying to push them off. 3 kills already. That could do it. And nobody's touching. No, someone is touching. They get overtime ticking down, but the whole team is dead. And Caldwell will take point 1 here on map 1. Great back and forth there with both teams. That might be too loud there. Sorry, everybody. I was peeking. Very, very close, map 1. Here on Hell's Heaven. Both teams at 99%. You don't see that too often. But these teams clearly very evenly matched here tonight. As we see a couple swaps coming out. We saw mewca swapping from Daredevil to the Storm earlier in that one, and THELimboSteppr now swapping to Strange. It looks like Caldwell mostly sticking with their original roster from point 1. They're saying if it ain't broke, don't fix it here.
That sounded a little apocalyptic.
And also, crucially, 3 ultimates online for Caldwell, so and none for Post. So if the Cougars play this first fight correctly, this point should be theirs. Ooh, and I'm just realizing now, apologize everyone, I have the teams swapped on the thing. There we go. Sorry about that. Confusion, everyone. Post is the blue team right now.
Such newfound power.
I should have checked for that earlier. Alright, here's Limbo. Pushing up onto point, creating space for his team. A couple players on Caldwell getting very low, but here comes the ultimates we were talking about. But Rekonic already taking one out for the Eagles. And now it's a 6v5 on the point. No other kills yet. Aya Agamotto comes out. But still, Post University holding strong. 2 more kills for the Eagles. And now it's cleanup time as the rest of Caldwell running to reset and regroup, and Post University will win that first fight. Not quite a clean team kill, but it was enough for the Eagles to take control of the point. Oh, Rekonic with a great kill onto Werewolf. I didn't even see that there. That's going to be a huge stagger. Now Caldwell trying to slowly push up S5, but they got to wait for Werewolf to come back from spawn. Rekonic doing tons of damage on this Moon Knight. And mewca, meanwhile, popping the ultimate, getting aggressive, getting right in front of his tanks. As Limbo coming around, getting another one. Rekonic still holding on to this ultimate. They know they already have the advantage here in a 6v4, so they don't have to pop much here. Rekonic does still decide to use it anyways, as Frosty.wrld gets one, but Werewolf takes down Ssjlion on the backside of that fight, who has swapped to Emma Frost, by the way.
You've captured more than half of the mission area.
As Post
Keep going.
ticking up past 50% now. These early picks from Rekonic have been so key for the Eagles to kind of stop these fights before they even start. THELimboSteppr up in the front lines here, getting very low. Nice heals coming out from the supports of Post. Aya Agamotto comes out. Doesn't quite find anyone, but Frosty.wrld gets one. One traded back by Adapt on Caldwell. So it's going to be a 5v5 here. Both teams stalling for time, but there it is, 2. Make it 3 kills for Post, and now Caldwell in full retreat once again. Great staggers as well coming out for the Eagles. Final fight territory, 90% now. If Caldwell doesn't win this fight, we'll be tied up at 1.
Who wants a piece of me now?
Here comes the portal right down onto the point. And overtime is ticking. mewca, though, is ready for it and gets the first kill of the fight. But there's 2 traded back here for Caldwell. They do not want to go down without a fight. Can Post react to this? Burn 2 takes one back. Make it 2. Bird 2 popping off on the Cloak and Dagger. Make it a quadra kill for Bird 2, securing this map for Post University. And we are tied up at 1. A clean 100-0 for the Eagles. I am getting the sense that this is going to be a back-and-forth series all night. I would not be surprised if we went all the way to Game 5 here, folks. We could be in for a long one, and I am here for it. These teams are just scrapping with each other. Now, I think looking at the ultimates, levels, as we're not seeing too many swaps coming out, at least Kanyana might have swapped. I forgot if they swapped mid-round last round, or if they're just swapping now. But looks like most players sticking with their team comp, sticking to their guns. I like it. Slight ultimate advantage for the Eagles with Rekonic and Frosty.wrld's available, and mewca's very soon available. Look for mewca to get aggressive once he's got that ultimate ready. You'll only need a couple shots. It's already ticking up past 90%. He gets a couple headshots and he'll have it. Look for him to pop it right away here, behind this this barrier. Yep, and just like that, he's got it. And pops it immediately. He's going in. He wants the back line. Boom, boom, make it a double kill. And now Post, all they have to do is clean up the rest of the members of Caldwell. But Piano Penguin says, not so fast. I'm going to take one back. Takes down one of the supports, but it's another one. And somehow, despite the early double kill from mewca, Caldwell turns it around and takes control of the point.
That helped.
Wow, really nice comeback. I thought for sure Post had it there after that really nice mewca Storm ult at the beginning of that fight, but Caldwell was able to turn that around very nicely. Now Post trying to advance up through this choke point. Ssjlion and LimboSteppr trying to create space for the team. Caldwell trying to break through these barriers. Limbo getting the heals that he needs. A couple ultimates coming out. Finally, Rekonic manages to get one, make it two. Make it a triple kill. And a quadra. Ssjlion and mewca picking up the last two, and that's a clean team wipe for the Eagles as they take it back with 41% on the board for the Cougars. Also, 4 ultimates online for Post. I want to watch mewca again. Looking for a flank angle. Let's see if he can surprise Caldwell this time. I think they were ready for him last time, even though he got 2 kills. The early ultimate coming out here for Caldwell. mewca holding on to it. Finally pops. Oh, yep. No, actually, he's still holding on to it. But it's not going to need it this fight. Looks like 4 kills already for the Eagles. And that is a very clean fight. And it looks like Post will surpass Caldwell after winning that fight handily. Caldwell didn't want to commit any ultimates to that engagement after their first few members went down. Probably wise of them. They want to make sure that they have a clean, decisive teamfight victory instead of wasting those ultimates and then kind of staggering in one at a time with those resources. Once again, trying to push through. And here comes the ultimate. mewca going way into the back line. Actually pulls it back. Doesn't want to go quite so deep. Probably wise. All they need to do is stall for time. They do have the point, so I do like that conservativeness from mewca. But now Caldwell feels emboldened to push in with the Squirrel Stampede. Post taking a ton of damage, but great heals coming out from the Eagles supports, but it's not enough. Werewolf gets one, Piano gets another. Eye of Agamotto is going to be able to allow Rekonic to get 2 and burn 2 to trade another one back. Kanyana, the last one alive on the point for Caldwell, and goes down. I don't know if Caldwell will be able to touch. Post should push up here. Yep, Rekonic realizes this. He's going to push up, and it looks like they're going to... Oh, they're going to try the... it's the portal, and Rekonic needs to come back and react to this, but he's not ready for it. Kanyana already taking down 1. This may be exactly what Caldwell needed. We're trying to stay alive, but I think it might be too little too late with already Frosty.wrld and Rekonic going down. As Caldwell has already retaken control of the point, and now it's just a matter of Post needing to regroup here. As Piano Penguin takes down LimboSteppr, that's a great stagger. And Post needs to go full retreat mode here. Regroup. But Rekonic and Frosty have their ultimates online. But they gotta watch out for Piano Penguin's Eye of Agamotto, which is also ready to go. 75% now. Frosty with a great early kill onto Adapt. That's huge. That's Caldwell's best player. Now here comes Rekonic onto the point. mewca finishes that one off, swapping to the Namor. And here's the Eye of Agamotto. Big stun coming out here for Adapt, catching multiple Post University members, but no kills so far. Actually, I lied, 1 coming in onto Frosty.wrld. It is now a 4v5 on site. Piano Penguin takes another down. We're in 2. When are you going to pop this ultimate? We're in final fight, man. It's overtime. mewca getting 1. Finally comes out here, gets the kill there. Everybody's coming out with everything they have right now. This is the final fight of the match and the map. 3 kills coming out for Post. That could do it. Overtime ticking down, and the Eagles will take map 1 by a score of 2-1 after a very hard-fought Hell's Heaven. Big props to them, and I have got to preeminently apologize because I forgot to put the numbers on the screen, so this is going to be awkward. Burn 2 getting the MVP for Post on the Cloak and Dagger. Congrats to him. 37 eliminations, 42 assists. Is that a record? Hold up. Hold up. No. Not quite a record. Record for... Oh, wait. Oh, Burn 2. Congratulations, my friend. Just broke the record for most healing in one map. Previously was 40,440 by mewca. Burn 2. 47,295 healing on that map on Cloak and Dagger. Incredible performance. And that is good enough for a new record. Congratulations, sir. Dubious Winter, what is going on? All right, post up 1-0 in this best of 5. We'll have a short break right before we get back to map 2. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back with map 2, Post University taking Hell's Heaven by a score of 2-1, and we'll go up 1-0 in this best of 5. Now we're heading to Hall of Ssjlion for Convergence. As we see the first bans and locks coming out, both teams, interestingly enough, choosing to lock Gambit first, with some very key bans coming out here for Caldwell: Moon Knight, Storm, and Invisible Woman. And Post going to be basically keeping things business as usual. Usually that is the case when a team wins. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They'll have generally the same ban and lock strategy, although the team that just lost will oftentimes switch something up. We're seeing a lot of targeted bans here from that last map specifically. Talking about the Cloak and Dagger. I'm talking about the magic lock coming out for Post. That's going to be huge for mewca. Look for him to bust that out on this game. But we also see, interestingly enough, Caldwell also locking magic. So both teams locking the same heroes. You do not see that very often. Seems like our teams have a very similar hero pool coming out. So we'll see if it is in fact looking like it's going to be a magic duel between mewca and Kanyata. That is going to be what I want to watch out for in this map, as whoever is the better magic will probably determine who wins this match, or who wins this map rather. Now also I want to point out, Werewolf coming out here with the first Elsa Bloodstone. She is available to be played starting this week. She just released 2 weeks ago, so a lot of players have been picking her up, and consensus, I think she's generally pretty strong. And there's been a couple weeks to work out any of the bugs and glitches that may have been discovered, so she is now eligible for use in our CACC matches. So interested to see how she does and how Werewolf is able to pilot her. Yes, sorry about the email ping sound. Jordan. I do have to unfortunately keep my email up. I should probably deal with that at some point, but oh well.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Dr. Doom tore everything apart. I want to be a part of putting it back together.
Hostiles coming in fast.
Alright, here we go. Caldwell approaching indoors over on this right side. Frosty swapping the Rocket Raccoon. That's an interesting swap, as we see Ssjlion here on the front lines trying to bust up. Kind of went the wrong way there though. And now that's going to leave Rekonic all on his own here on the Strange. Doing a great job keeping Caldwell in this choke point though, and now they're kind of stuck in here. The Eagles could take advantage of this. Caldwell taking a lot of poke damage, but Original Moon trading one back. Rekonic taking a lot of damage in return. Frosty.wrld will get the res off on Ssjlion though, and he's coming roaring straight back. Rekonic coming back with another kill here for Post, as they look like they will hold mewca and Burn2. Piano trades one back for Caldwell, but I think it'll be too little too late, as Caldwell now in full retreat mode, and Post will go back to defense. Very good hold there. Werewolf staggered nicely there for Post as well. Burn2 coming off that record-breaking performance on Hell's Heaven on the Cloak and Dagger, but that is now banned. If you see up in the top right-hand corner here, those are the champions that are banned for Caldwell, and top left are the champions that Post cannot use. So, Cloak and Dagger, unfortunately on that list for Burn2, and he's going to be forced onto the Gambit on this map. mewca diving in deep into the backline. It's a 2-for-1 so far. Not quite a clean team fight, but it may be just enough to force Caldwell back, and it looks like it is. mewca on the magic, so far winning the magic duel, although both magics have their ultimates available now. Oh, you see Kanyata diving into the back line here, does get taken down by Ssjlion though, and now that leaves mewca free to pop his ultimate. Going all the way to the back line. Big Invisible Woman ultimate to protect the team though, but it's not going to be enough as mewca takes down one. Werewolf popping the Cloak and Dagger ultimate, and Original Moon will trade one back for Caldwell. But there's the res. This one's still very winnable for either team. Nice dive into the cloak and dagger by mewca up on that upper ground. Gets the kill. And now Post in cleanup mode, getting 2 more. So there's not too much damage left alive for Caldwell. And they will be forced to retreat. Post trying to do a really good job of staggering the respawn timers. They're doing a really good job of that. They gotta be careful that they don't simply just let them regroup though. So take a look from Frosty.wrld's POV here. Post University captain supporting the team from the back line.
Relay deployed. It ain't cheap.
See Werewolf coming in on the right side. Frosty spots him. Calls that out. Oh, but there we see another ultimate already online here for mewca and Post. Just wiping the floor with Caldwell so far. They cannot make any progress on this first point. And they don't have any ultimates in the bank either. Neither does Post, so we'll see what ends up happening in this next team fight. This will be a pretty raw team fight. Not too many ultimates available for either team. Oh, but that's huge. They catch Werewolf trying to flank on the Star-Lord. An interesting swap onto the Star-Lord. That champion plays very much like a Tracer in Overwatch, if you're familiar, trying to go for the flank. But Post University were ready for it, and they also catch Piano Penguin out on the Magneto, and now there's no choice for Caldwell. They have to dive onto the point. We're in overtime now. Now Post just have to, they don't worry about the stagger anymore. Now they just need to kill everybody before they can come back. A double kill for Ssjlion on the thing, and that is going to be a clean hold for the Eagles on this first round.
Time to switch things
Now
up.
Post University has 4 minutes, and all they have to do really is win one solid team fight. And just win one solid team fight, they've got map 2 in the bag, and will be on match point. Let's see if they can pull it off. Couple interesting swaps here coming out for Caldwell now that they're on defense. We see Werewolf swapping to Namor, Emangret swapping to the Thing, and Kenyatta hovering the Rocket Raccoon. And maybe a Rocket duel. Very interesting. Yeah, did lock in the Rocket. So let's see if that works out. mewca now going to be the lone magic on the map. Very interesting because Caldwell locked magic. So that usually makes you think that they are very confident in their magic play, but maybe it was just simply for attack only. We'll see.
Are you actually made out of orange rocks?
So, are you actually a raccoon?
We're gonna fight.
Maybe I should have said trash panda.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, the best that Caldwell can hope for here is they also full hold, in which case the map would end as a draw. So that's the worst that for Post that can happen right now. But they really, like I said, they just need to win one good team fight and get one tick onto the point. That's all they need. Rekonic trying to deal with those Namor turrets. Push onto the point. Getting very low, and will get taken down by Werewolf. Frosty.wrld gets the res off, though, and Ssjlion forced to retreat. Post just looking for one good pick, then they can start to push in here, but Rekonic taking so much damage on Doctor Strange. Also, Burn 2 in the back line needs to retreat. This Post University team getting pushed back. mewca on the flank, picking up that health pack, though, looking for that flank angle. But Emangret on the Thing is definitely ready for it. Spots him out, and there's 2 kills for Caldwell. And Post going to be forced back here as Caldwell stays strong on defense. LimboSteppr swapping to support here. As Eagles now fully regrouping. Maybe going for a different angle here, perhaps. We'll see. lot of time ticking down here.
Than Gargantos himself. Good medicine.
Gotta get up there soon. Four ultimates online for Caldwell, only 3 for Post, so the Post University Eagles got to play this next fight very well. Here's THELimboSteppr popping the ultimate to get his team in there onto the point, and boom, there's a triple kill for Rekonic immediately at the start of this fight, and that may be exactly what Post needs to clean up this map. Now it's just the last 3-4 players left alive on the point for Caldwell. mewca takes down Konyana, swapping to the Hawkeye. I didn't even see that. And there it is. Post University will take map 2 quite convincingly, much more convincingly than they did map 1, which was very tight, very close. So now Post up a solid 2-0 in the series. Let's see if they can close it out on the next map, or if Caldwell can start to make the comeback. Rekonic with the MVP on Strange this time. As we take a look at the stats here, no records broken this time. That was kind of a short one. But I do want to point out an interesting swap by mewca to the Hawkeye at the end there, and then also post running the 2-1-3 composition, which we see actually from both teams here. That's 3 supports, 1 DPS, 2 tanks. As Post have generally historically had the most success running the 2-2-2 comp, but we see a little bit of a switch up here, and it ends up working out pretty nicely for them as they did take that map. So here we go. We are going to be heading into map 3 in just a moment. Post University up 2-0. Yo, what's up? We are back with map 3. Post University taking a convincing win on map 2 to go up to match point here in week 4 of the CACC. I'm Coach Denny. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. Post University could be closing it out right here if they're able to take a win on Yggdrasil, path Going to the convoy section of the maps here. Mystic, Bloomfield, welcome in, welcome in. Good to have you. All right, let's see. We have the first bans and locks coming out here for the teams. And it looks like Caldwell does not like the Gambit, so they decided to use their first ban on Gambit here. Post-University, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They did let the Moon Knight through, so Caldwell's kind of in a pick-your-poison type situation. They do have to choose between letting the Gambit through or letting the Moon Knight through, and this time they let the Moon Knight through, so ban the Storm here, so this would leave the Magic Lock open for Post, and that's exactly what they're going to do right there. As we see the Magic Lock coming in. So Post going to have their 2 key DPS heroes online for this one, but that's going to mean that Caldwell's going to have full reign to ban any of the supports and tanks that they want for Post here. So we already see one of those coming out for Doctor Strange, but that's actually not going to affect us too much because Rekonic is the one who plays Strange. mewca and Limbo can also play him, of course, but Rekonic is usually the one who plays Strange when Moon Knight is banned. So because we are able to lock Moon Knight, it's going to be Rekonic on the Moon Knight pretty much for this whole map. But interestingly enough, we do see Adapt hovering the Punisher, and they are going to lock that in for Caldwell. So that Post has historically struggled with Punisher compositions. So let's see if this works out for Caldwell. I do like this Gambit, pun intended, of going with this Punisher composition, the Magneto Punisher combo, plus the Emma Frost. It's going to be so many shields for this Punisher to hide behind. It's really going to be a matter of, can Post University bust through those shields or flank around those shields and get to Adapt and take him down before he's able to do too much damage to the Eagles. So we'll see if that is going to be the case. Will Post close it out right here? Or will we be going to a map 4? And it is going to be mewca back on the Magic. Frosty on Rocket Raccoon. Ssjlion on the Thing. Burn 2 on Invisible Woman. Rekonic on Moon Knight. And LimboSteppr on Magneto. Meanwhile, for Caldwell, it's going to be Gret on Emma Frost. Werewolf on Cloak and Dagger. Original Moon on Jeff. Our first Jeff that we're seeing tonight. Kenyatta on Phoenix, Adapt on Punisher, and Piano Penguin on the Magneto. So double Magneto coming out here for both teams, but otherwise composition's almost completely different.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
You guys are actually
So starting out on defense here.
Or am I imagining this?
Working on taking down some of that terrain there to give Rekonic a better view of their exit out of spawn. Not able to shoot all the way into spawn, of course, but they're going to be taking damage as soon as they come out. LimboSteppr getting taken quite low, but good heals, good supports coming, good support healing coming out. Ssjlion also needing to be careful here. Caldwell slowly pushing this payload up. No kills just yet. Ssjlion looking for an opening, just continually pummeling these shields. mewca going into the back line, but gets instantly taken down by Gret, and but Rekonic already farming up the ultimate on this Moon Knight, and mewca getting resurrected by Frosty.wrld was huge. He's able to come right back into the fight, and Post University take that first one on the chin, but come right back with a counter punch there. Oh, and mewca with another flank kill onto Kenyatta. That is absolutely massive. That is a huge stagger spawn here for Caldwell. They've got to wait even longer now to group up as 6, but mewca getting very low. 34 health, is able to squeak around the corner and survive, at least for now. But Ssjlion very low, gets good healing though. Lots of ultimates coming out. Gret, Agamotto finds 3 for Caldwell. Frosty.wrld with a res onto Burn 2, but it's not going to be enough, as that's a pretty clean win there for Caldwell. Gret with a double kill on the cleanup as well. Trying to stagger these post-university supports, but they're able to get there and help each other out. But Post needs to regroup here as the payload now approaching the first point. Let's see if Post can get through this checkpoint. Ratchild coming out here for mewca. Let's see how much damage he can do. Invisible Woman ult to counter. mewca taking lots of damage and dealing lots of damage, but no kills coming out just yet. Finally one for Rekonic. And Post looking to hold strong here. That's a 3-for-1 so far. Phoenix very low. Kanyana forced to retreat. Now mewca on the hunt, finds one with and another with the help of Rekonic. Gets very low and taken down by Adapt though. That could be just what Caldwell needs to push up here, but the payload's pretty far from their spawn at this point. I don't know if they'll be able to get back before mewca is able to return. Ooh, never mind. Adapt snipes Rekonic on the back end. And now Caldwell definitely is going to want to push in off of that. No resurrect available from Frosty.wrld this time. And now Ssjlion has to do all that he can in this front line, but gets taken down, and that's going to be first point. Most likely here for Caldwell. Yeah, that's an Eye of Agamotto taking down everybody on Post. Everyone got stunned by that one. Rekonic forced to retreat. And that'll be the first checkpoint for Caldwell. Rekonic with the Moon Knight ultimate online. So watch out for the Punisher though. Oh, great kill onto the other Moon Knight, and now is going to pop that ultimate off the back of that. Needs to group up with the team now though. That was a clean 1v1 kill, but Werewolf trades it back, and now Burn 2 going to try to do what he can, but the Punisher ultimate coming out for Adapt, doing so much damage to the Eagles, and they're forced to retreat. mewca swapping to the Hawkeye. Interestingly enough, I thought he was doing pretty well on the Magic, but didn't like what the other team was bringing, apparently. And now we're seeing this Punisher composition to full effect for Caldwell. Adapt doing an excellent job keeping these Eagles at bay. Post trying to get through this checkpoint. Through this choke point contest. Here comes THELimboSteppr. Ultimate gets 1, but 3 traded back by Caldwell. And that is going to be very likely point number 2 for Caldwell. Yep, there it is.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
And Caldwell held up a little bit at the start, but after that, they have just been cruising with almost no... Almost no stopping. Post has got to stop the bleeding here and win a team fight. Ssjlion not able to find the angle there, gets taken down by Piano Penguin. Trying to bust through this shield. Finally does. Rekonic gets 1, but there's multiple ults coming out for Caldwell to counter. Piano Penguin with a double kill, and Post now needs to fully retreat. Nice shot there by mewca. Trying to do what he can. But Piano Penguin just soaking up all of this damage. Rekonic does find one, make it 2 in the back, but will it be enough? It's very low, gets down to 4 health, but gets healed all the way back up. And then mewca with another kill onto Werewolf. That is massive for the Eagles. And with all of those kills, they will finally force Caldwell back here in the final area of checkpoint 3. Wow, both the tanks taking a lot of damage. THELimboSteppr swapping to Groot, very interesting. Kanyana popping the Moon Knight ultimate. And Rekonic gonna counter with his own. And so far it's better for Post. 3 for 1 so far for Post. And Caldwell gonna have to be retreating back to spawn once again. Great response to Kanyana's ultimate there. Rekonic was ready for it. And just popped his own in response. We are now under 40 seconds to go for Caldwell to push this to the final point, or they will leave the door open for Post University to win this map and win this match. Double support ultimates coming out here. R2 going over the group wall. mewca gets taken down early though, that's huge. And Caldwell could have an opening here. If Post is able to get back and contest, they might be able to win this counterfight, but Caldwell has absolutely won this one. But they still got a good amount of distance to cover. Post might be able to contest here at the end. Let's see. Nope, Judge Jury Executioner coming out for Adapt. Instantly takes down Rekonic, and that may do it. I don't know if anyone can touch. Point 4, someone finally does touch. Limbo jumping on the point there. But that may be all she wrote. mewca picks up 1, but it may be too little too late as 3 kills, make it 4, have already come out for Caldwell, and that's going to be a clean 3-point push, but with 0 time left on the clock. Let's see if Post can push it faster
Including which side you're on.
their turn.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Before you attack, get ready.
All right, Post University on the attack here. Got a couple hero swaps coming out. We've got Frosty.wrld swapping to Loki.
You should know magnetism doesn't work on super cool materials. Guess
Burn 2
magic
swapping to
is-
Luna Snow. Werewolf swapping to Cloak and Dagger. And Eman Gretz swapping to Strange. I don't think he was on Strange last round.
4,
I could be wrong about that.
2, 1. Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Watch mewca on the magic here. Loves these angles on this map. Can get around. A lot of damage getting taken by Caldwell. Yep, Original Moon gonna fall there. And then mewca taking full advantage, hopping up onto that high ground and taking down Kanyana. And now Caldwell in full retreat mode. mewca diving in, diving out. Piano trades 1 back on Rekonic, but the payload is moving.
Need some help.
THELimboSteppr creating space on the Magneto. mewca diving in. Rekonic 80% to an ultimate already here. Original Moon taking down very low again. Limbo finishes him off. And that's huge. There's the Moon Knight ultimate, and that could be a clean first point for the Eagles. Nope, Piano Penguin takes 1. But it's going to be too little too late as he falls to THELimboSteppr once again, and Post University ahead of Caldwell's pace so far. Spotting out where Adapt is on this Punisher is going to be so key for the Eagles. High ground is generally what you want on these types of heroes, but that's going to be also where you're expected to be. So sometimes the unexpected positioning is better. Limbo getting very low, getting the heals he needs. So far it's a 1-for-1 trade. This is going to be a 5v5 fight, but Eman Gret taking down Rekonic. This could be the window that Caldwell needs to push in here, and these Cougars are going to take full advantage. Kanyana with another one on Ssjlion, and now Post has to regroup. But 4 ultimates in the bank, make almost 5 actually with Limbo. And here comes 2, mewca, Wrathchild coming out, has the angle in the back line and takes down Adapt on Piano, trades one back, it's a 1-for-1 so far. mewca not done though, diving in further. Gets taken down by Gret. But here comes the Magneto ult, will get one back in return. Ssjlion and Bird 2 still holding on to their ultimates for post, as well as Original Moon. But Rekonic gets a double kill on the back of that fight, and that could be all that Post University needs here to push through to this next point. I think Caldwell will have one more fight before we get to the next checkpoint.
The wounds are gone. Thanks.
Post is forced to spread out here. Kanyana will get 1 kill on Ssjlion to start off this fight. That could be big. Post has got to answer back quick. Adapt gets another one for Caldwell. Rekonic doing tons of damage, but will it be enough? Post fighting in a 6v4 right now, and it's not going to be enough. Piano Penguin takes down Rekonic. And now Post needs to fully regroup, and Caldwell wins that fight at the entrance to checkpoint number 2. But Rekonic is ready to go with this Moon Knight ultimate. Only 3 ultimates online in the whole lobby right now. Ooh, and Kanyana taking down Ssjlion. Rekonic wants to get vengeance, but Kanyana wisely backs out, and now 4 ultimates in the bank for Caldwell. And Limbo going down as well. Kanyana wants to do this, wants to have this Moon Knight duel. Rekonic trades one back, but I don't know if it's going to be enough because a bunch of Eagles coming from spawn right now.
There they are.
Oh, he wants it. He's going for it. He gets another. And this unexpected engagement might be just enough for the Eagles. He gets another. Original Moon falling, Piano Penguin falling, and the Eagles are rolling now. And will look like they'll get mapped the checkpoint 2 here. Let's see. They're pushing up. Caldwell might be able to contest.
Nice deep freeze.
Maybe with a portal. We'll see. Nope, mewca gets one more. Swapping to the Squirrel Girl, by the way. Gets the checkpoint. Adapt popping the ultimate, though. See how much value he gets here. Venka, there's 1, 2. No more ultimate. Dueling mewca on the Squirrel Girl, and they force the both back off. So Caldwell with, ooh, mewca with the last laugh there. At 11 health though. Finally gets some heals. Caldwell wins the fight, but Post got the point. Whoa, but here's the Squirrel Stampede coming in for mewca. And yeah, that's a lot of damage. Making a triple kill for mewca on the Squirrel Girl. Adapt does take him down, but
Good riddance, Frank.
that is a pretty good team fight for Post. And 3 ultimates online to the Cougars too, so things looking up for the Eagles, as they also still have 2.5 minutes to work with. This is much more time than Caldwell had at this same point. Good onk there from Rekonic, doing lots of damage. Agamotto coming out here for Gret. Takes down 1. Double support ultimates coming out for Post University, though. They're scrapping in this 5v6 right now. Burn 2 coming back from spawn. At this point, it just feels like who's going to run out of steam first. Werewolf popping the Cloak and Dagger ultimate, going all the way to the back line. Shoot coming down. Ssjlion taking so much damage on this Rock Raccoon, somehow surviving. I don't know how he survived that. But Kanyana swapping to the magic here. I don't think that was expected. Quick swap there by Kanyana. Farmed that ultimate up very fast. And now, approaching 1 minute left. Remember, Post has to push it all the way. Or Caldwell will take the map.
Only 60 seconds left. A little help, please. Help. So close. I appreciate you.
Well, Stampede comes out here for mewca. Gets one right off the rip. That is huge. Let's see if Post can convert that into anything. Aya Agamotto gets interrupted. That's massive for Post University. They're going to push onto this for sure. Oh, and they're grouped up as well. That is exactly what Squirrel Girl wants. Another kill for Rekonic. Still no one has fallen for Post. This is extremely clean. Personal Moon, now one of the last players left alive, gets taken down by mewca. As we will probably hit overtime here. mewca poking them through their spawn door.
So close. This is your big chance.
Judge, jury.
Oh, Adapt. Popping the ultimate. Post has got to deal with this somehow. Rekonic retreating behind the wall. mewca going to the skies. Piano Penguin does get one, though. This could be it. Burn2 keeping everybody alive with the Luna Snow ult, but will it be enough? Kanyana gets another. It's a 6v4 right now. Can Limbo survive? It's not looking likely. Less than 5 meters away, and Post is not able to do it. Caldwell will hold strong, and we will go to map 4.
Final score 2-2-3.
Another very close map there. With Caldwell pulling out the victory and getting that first win of the match. Piano Penguin, the MVP on Magneto. What? Why did it say victory post you? Yeah, Piano Penguin, the MVP, 41 eliminations. 31,000 damage. SVP going to Rekonic there for Post with 24 final hits and almost 40,000 damage. Also want to point out 71,000 damage blocked by LimboSteppr. That is insane. And Burn2 already breaking his own record again. 54,416 healing on that one. I just want to point out that the previous record for most healing in one map was 40,440. So if we go by that, he broke the record by 14,000 healing. That is just ridiculous. But that's what happens when you have two teams that are so evenly matched. But we will be right back with map 4. Don't go anywhere.
Nice, brother. Good job.
Bro.
That's crazy.
Night lock as Caldwell wanted to continue banning the Gambit. And they're able to lock Strange for themselves. There's the Storm ban. This is pretty much exactly what we saw last map, from what I can remember. Post-banning the Psylocke. Locking Invisible Woman. That's actually smart. I like that adjustment because Caldwell did ban her last time. So this does leave Invisible Woman open for the post-university supports to pick her up. Rocket is banned, though. That's interesting. Now let's see who Caldwell locks. It's going to be... I'm guessing Punisher or Magneto here. Yep, there's the Punisher lock. I honestly, like, Adapt played well on the Punisher, and he got a lot of key kills, especially with his ultimate, but I don't think he was necessarily the difference maker for Caldwell. I think that really belonged to Piano Penguin on the Magneto, so I honestly think we should, okay, yeah, if I was in chat with the team, I probably would have said
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
ban the Magneto, but they wanted to ban the Gambit, which I can also respect, so we'll see if it works out for him. We got the Invisible Woman, Cloak and Dagger combo on support. Mewca hovering the Iron Fist. That's very interesting. I've only ever seen him pull it out, I think, once before in an official match. But I do know he plays it in solo queue, so let's see if it works out.
Before you attack, get ready.
Step aside. The immortal Iron Fist has arrived.
I know Iron Fist, kid. You're not him.
I am now. And if you need solid proof, my fists are glad to deliver.
I sense this boy's power. My champion. Do not challenge him.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's a last second swap there from Werewolf. Swapping his Cloak and Dagger at the last second.
Even though it's shattered, the Sword of Fushi is always with me.
Good movement tech here from Mewca. All the way around on the left-hand side.
Healed at last.
See the first poke damage coming out. Piano Penguin Danny taking down a half quickly. Mewca looking for the angle. First attempt gets stymied there, and Original Moon takes him down. Requiem also falling right away, and this could be Caldwell's point right from the start. Stepper backing off here. Burn 2 also falling, and very nice take here really from Caldwell as they're going to start taking up point. Nice onk here from Rekonic. He's got the ultimate charged up already. He's so good at charging that ultimate quickly. And there it goes. Big damage coming down, but he gets taken super low and will fall to Emangret. A double kill on this Doctor Strange. Doing absolute work so far for the Cougars. Yeah, Post cannot find any angle in right now. Caldwell is just completely wiping. I don't think Post has got a single kill yet. Ssjlion cannot be stopped. 5, almost all 6 ultimates online now for the Cougars. Post needs one fight just to get rid of these ultimates. There's 2 coming out. Dude, doing a good job dealing damage in the backline, but will it be enough? Does not look like it, as 2 more fall for Post. I think Post is looking for the Groot Moon Knight ultimate combo. Let's see if they're able to pull it off. They're going to have to do it soon, though, as Caldwell already at 80%. There it goes, and doesn't hit anyone, but Rekonic still manages to get a kill. Post first of this round. LimboSteppr gets another one. That could be what Post needs, but Caldwell getting all the way to 99% on that one initial fight win. Post takes it back here, but they're going to have to play perfectly from here on out to take this first point.
My time to shine.
mewca, the magic ult online. Sneaking in, very stealthy. Looking for that flank angle. Ooh, Rekonic getting taken down though. That could be bad. Oh, but mewca was ready for Kanyana. And the counter flank. It's good, it's a 5v5 now.
Just in time.
Popping the ultimate. Oh, a couple players from Caldwell getting very low. Can mewca clean up? He gets one. Can't get out though as Adapt takes him down. Frosty.wrld Limbo will clean up on the back side of that fight though, and that will be all Post University needs.
Keep going.
They're up past 50% now. This may come down to last fight at this point. I think Caldwell may have 2 more fights in them. The rate this is ticking up. Post retreating back to point. Requiem using those Groot walls to force Caldwell to go either another direction or bust through the walls. Oh, mewca getting very low. Gets the heals he needs from Burn.
Judge, jury.
Adapt popping the ultimate and gets a kill immediately. Groot ultimate catches a bunch, but not a lot of damage there for the Eagles. So far advantage Caldwell, but the fight is not won yet. mewca gets one. Eye of Agamotto stuns a couple. Burn goes down. This may go down to this is final fight right here. It's double overtime. 99-99. mewca has to get the health pack. Needs to get back up there though. But there's only Caldwell players on the point. Emangret takes him down. Post has got to get back there. Limbo swapping to Angela. Can he touch in time? You can somehow. But will it be too little too late? Oh, I think it will. Piano and Original Moon getting 2. And borrowing some crazy heroics from Limbo, yeah. Caldwell will take it. Another 99-99. And Caldwell 1 point away from bringing us all the way to map 5. Let's see if they can do it. As we head now to Warrior Falls. And Requiem. That was just a swap to try to touch the point at the end. I don't think he actually plays Spider-Man.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Caldwell does have 1 ult online for this first fight, but Post University overall has higher ultimate charges, so if this first fight is quick, it'll be advantage Caldwell. If it's an elongated engagement, then it'll be advantage Post. So we'll see what ends up happening here.
The battle starts in 5.
If Rekonic's able to get a pick before the fight even starts, that's going to be the biggest indicator here, as we do see a couple hero swaps. Original Moon, oh, actually, he was on Jeff, went back to Invisible Woman.
But trust me, that could change in a heartbeat.
Nice onk there from Rekonic, catching them all the way around the corner.
Anyone willing to help?
Alright, that feels better.
Post trying to bust through these shields. Werewolf popping that ultimate right away. Adapt takes one down.
Looks like the mission area is yours.
Gets the heals he needs. I thought Rekonic had him for sure.
The mission area.
But that will be Caldwell's point. Post forced to retreat. Trying to soften him up here for his ultimate. See if he just pops it raw here. Yep, there it goes. Gets one. Post trying to capitalize. Now trying to flank and catch them on the side. Going around their shields. Very nicely done by the Eagles, and they will take the point back. Not going all the way to 99 this time. 29% on the board for Caldwell. mewca, interestingly enough, swapping to tank here for this one.
I was fine, so thank you.
As we see THELimboSteppr on magic. Good. Opting just to ignore the flanker and try to hold the front line, but Emangret says no thank you. Make it a double kill for the Doctor Strange, as Caldwell looking to take this one right back. Yep, Werewolf takes down Frosty, and that will be Caldwell retaking the point. Emangret gets very low, but gets healed back up. And Post getting hard staggered right now. This is not good for the Eagles. Whoever's left alive needs to get back to spawn right now. But we've got a full ultimate board for the entire lobby right now. Kenyatta and Rekonic, no one's not online, but they're above 90%. So this, we may see 12 ultimates coming out in this next fight. There's one. Yep, there's 4 so far, 5. Everybody's ultimates going out. Adapt getting 1 kill off the start. Oh, but that's a double for Requiem and 1 more for Rekonic, and Post University pulled the trigger first, and it works out. Good stagger as well. Adapt gets burned too at the back end, but he'll be able to get back quickly. Overall advantage to Post, but Caldwell up to 75%. 1 more team fight win for Caldwell could do it.
Keep going.
You shall not be harmed.
Magic ult coming out for Kenyatta. Gets an instant double kill. And Post has got to regroup quickly here because it looks like Caldwell will take the point off of this, barring some crazy Post heroics. Not much Post can do there, aside from get back to spawn quickly. They just lost it though, so they'll have a good amount of time to get back. Got it all the way up to 82%. Limbo with the ultimate online. This is definitely final fight. Post has gotta win this to bring us to point 3, or this is Caldwell's map, and we're going to map 5. Here it comes. Limbo diving in, gets 1. There's 2, 3 for the Eagles. 1 traded back by Emangret, but that could be just what the Eagles need here. They already have taken the point back as mewca gets another kill. And now the question is, can Caldwell get back in time for a final fight? Rekonic trying to stop them. Woo! That Adapt's getting so low, and they cannot touch. And we're going to point 3. Great job by Post to push up there and advance in their neutral and not allow Caldwell to touch the point. That was so back and forth. All right, here we go. Point 3. Map 4. Will Post University close it out right here? Or will Caldwell bring us to a deciding map 5? Post would have a slight advantage in the map 5 if it comes to that, because that would mean we would lose this map, and that would mean it would be our map choice. But definitely would rather close it out right here, that's for sure.
Impertinent, it seems.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
The harder they resist, the more this will hurt.
Need some help.
Ah, much better.
Here they are now.
Oh, I suppose that helps.
Us against the world.
Adapt already with a kill to start things off here for Caldwell. That's a great start Werewolf also popping his ultimate, and that's a triple kill already for the Cougars.
Is yours to capture now.
And Adapt with the ultimate online as well, and they are going to take the point.
The mission area.
Ooh, Adapt does fall, though, to Burn, who also goes down. This could be a tight one.
Your best self.
Needed that, thanks.
A nice
Rekonic getting very low. Does get some healing. Trying to build up that ultimate 80%. Almost got it. He's gonna pop it right away, I think. Yep, there it is. Caldwell doing a good job retreating, and this woman goes down. With so many ultimates, though. Eye of Agamotto comes out. Rekonic gets one, but that's a huge stun from Piano Penguin. 2 kills traded back by Caldwell. Frosty also goes down. Can mewca stall on the point? No, he cannot. And Caldwell holds strong. Up past 50% now. Things starting to look grim for the Eagles. Caldwell also with a pretty big ultimate advantage, although Requiem does have his ult online for Magneto. This could be huge. Ooh, but I see Rekonic on the backside. He looped all the way around. But is stuck at 12 health. He's not going to be able to get to the health pack. Now it's all up to Requiem on the front line here. And there's 2 kills for Caldwell. That could be it. Requiem's got to get value here. He gets 1, but that's the ultimate from Adapt. And that may be all Caldwell needs for the clean 100-0. And it's felt inevitable, folks, after that map 3 win by Caldwell. But we are, in fact, heading to map 5. Here is where it all will be decided.
Another epic victory.
And it's 2-2. Let's go. A game 5 in the books here. All right, here we are. It all comes down to this. Map number 5. Caldwell looking for the reverse sweep. Post went up a quick 2-0 in the series, but then Caldwell won the next 2 maps. And now it all comes down to this. It's going to be Spider Islands going to Convoy. As Post not really switching up. Ooh, I do like the Punisher ban, though. They did still ban the Thor. And this is probably going to be a Moon Knight lock, I would guess, since Caldwell banned the... Oh, no, they're going to lock Strange. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what Caldwell does in response now. Yep, that's going to be a Moon Knight ban for sure. I'm sure the team must have realized that Caldwell was going to ban Moon Knight if they left it open. Magic ban for Post and Invisible Woman ban for Caldwell. And now Post has a chance to save. And they're going to save the magic for mewca. That's smart. You see, actually, Kanyana hovering the magic. Excuse me. So we could have another magic duel on our hands. Map 5, that would be pretty hype. And it's a cloak and dagger lock for Caldwell. Interesting. So let's see who Post goes with for the final ban. Ooh, also a Hawkeye ban. I didn't see that. That is interesting, because mewca did pull that out a couple times. Ooh. Requiem on the... Oh, Black Panther! Snuck through. I didn't see that. Let's see if Requiem actually decides to pull it out. I know that is one of his main champions. But it looks like pretty standard stuff so far, aside from Rekonic swapping from the Moon Knight to Doctor Strange, of course, with the Moon Knight ban. As we do have a triple team up for Post as well. Very interested to see if Requiem's able to get value on Bucky.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I cannot handle his crosshair, though. I'm not going to be able to watch him. I can't do it. Like, this crosshair is ridiculous.
All business.
The fate of many worlds is at stake. Quest.
Everybody else has more or less a normal crosshair, and then you got this guy.
The
What
battle
is this?
starts in 5, 4, 3, 2,
Ooh, interesting. Adapt swapping to support, though. And Kanyana on the Squirrel Girl. That is interesting. I don't think Post is going to be ready for that. Let's see, though.
You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Caldwell starting on offense here. Caldwell getting very low. Rekonic getting very low. Both the supports on Post got to work super hard to keep everybody up. Piano finally gets the first kill for Caldwell as they are just brute forcing this right down Post University's neck. And there is just nothing that Post can do. That is very clean.
They've made it halfway. Stop them.
Post needs to regroup quickly here. Boy, that's going to be a very fast first point for Caldwell.
There's still a chance to stop them.
Ooh, Werewolf gets burnt here right away. Yep, and that's going to certainly be the point. Caldwell. Requiem does get the first kill for Post, though, on Black Panther.
They hit a checkpoint.
But now kind of caught behind enemy lines here. It's not advisable. Where is bro going? Guess given something for Caldwell to think about. Him in the back line there. Diving in here, finds one, and make it two. Okay, never mind. He knows what he's doing. I am just a lowly commentator. I apologize, Requiem. I did not believe in your vision. But that was a phenomenal flank. He does eventually fall to Eman Grippa, not before getting tons of value. Agamotto stuns 2. Frosty.wrld instantly goes down. But Burn 2 gets killed during his ultimate. That's extremely unfortunate. And Caldwell just cannot be stopped right now. They're already halfway through with still over 4 minutes to go in this one.
My strength is renewed. I unleash the Vishanti's power.
mewca gets one back here, though, and that's going to be, wow, really nice team fight coming here. Requiem with a triple kill. Woohoo, yeah, I think saving the Black Panther for last here was a good call for Post. Caldwell had a really nice initial push here, but Requiem has really turned up so far on this BP pick. Oh, gonna get stuck in the corner there. Needs some heals.
Powerful healing. Our enemies are near.
Mewca back on the storm. Popping the ultimate. Looking for the supports in the back line. Not really able to get too much value yet. Finally catches up as Requiem gets one in the front part of this fight. Nice kill there by mewca. Great flick up to the skies to catch the squirrel girl. And post on cleanup duty now, and that'll be a nice team fight win. We'll stall for a few more seconds. Yes, miss. It's a $500 fine for every game with that crosshair. See burn 2 on the Jeff coming out. Oh, Squirrel Stampede was canceled, I think. Great play by Burn 2 there. That's indeed what happened. Oh, goes down to unable to dodge enough, and that's a triple kill for Caldwell. Requiem waiting in the wings here. It may be too little too late here. As Caldwell able to deal with him eventually. Yep, there he goes. Once he runs out of cooldowns. And Post will need to regroup now. Not too many ults to work with, although if Burn is able to get a good Jeff's ultimate, that could help out Post University. Nice damage coming out here from Burn. Almost takes 2 supports down. It's the Hurricane for mewca. Emingret gets one. Not too much damage from mewca's ultimate, as it's dealt with very nicely by Caldwell, but Requiem gets one in the back line. The Jeff is down for Caldwell, but his ultimate gets taken away. mewca now has to do all the damage for Post, and so far is doing that. Stampede coming out though from Manyana. Whoa, mewca just completely uncontested here on the storm, pushing Caldwell back. Very nice work. Burn's still holding on to this ultimate. This could be huge if he's able to get a couple enemies off the map.
Us against the world. The moon haunts you.
Here it comes. How many can he get? Doesn't get anybody, and there's 2 kills for Caldwell, and that'll be the point. A valiant effort by Post. But Caldwell just played that last fight better. mewca falls, but has the ultimate online for the next fight. They're trying to keep Limbo alive, but ends up dying first troubles. You don't want to try to just let your teammates die. You don't need to push yourself out there, because now you're also staggered, and the payload is still rolling. Going for the solo ult onto Original Moon. Does get the kill. That's pretty big. 1 support down for Caldwell, and they force them back. Manyana trades 1 back, though. It's a 5v5 now with Requiem falling. Ooh, make it 2. Limbo also going down. mewca gets deleted. And Post just cannot find the answer to this Caldwell push as we approach 1 minute remaining for the Caldwell offense. Great stagger on Rekonic as well, as Requiem swapping now to Daredevil, but just instantly dies. And now Post scrambling as a payload, reaching the final point. This ultimate from Rekonic's got to be massive, or Post is gonna be stalled out right here. Only 1 stunned off of that, and Rekonic gets eaten up by the Jeff as Limbo swapping to Venom, and that's a double kill for Original Moon. 1 more for Werewolf, make it 2, and Caldwell is just destroying Post University in this last fight. And they will push it once Limbo finally falls, with 17 seconds left on the clock.
0, 2, 3, Time to switch things up.
Mystic, if you're still watching, I think you cursed us. It's gonna be Game 5 overtime once again. Some very good fights on both sides there. Caldwell had a really nice initial push, kind of stalled out in the middle with a very nice hold by mewca's Storm. But then they came back really strong and finished out with some time left in the bank, so Post now just has to try to focus on pushing it faster and give themselves more time here in round 2, or Caldwell could close it out right here if they're able to hold Post to 2 or less points.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Your idealism refreshes a battered old soul.
You can't be that old.
Astral projection makes me feel old.
Reckon going back to the
Battle
Bucky.
starts in 5.
He did start on the Bucky last
3,
time.
2, 1.
Limbo swapping to Raccoon. I really want to see Raccoon get some value out of this Bucky, but it's just like, not a bad pull there, but generally don't want to pull the tank. Oh, nice kill there. Onto Adapt. That's one of the supports down for Caldwell. Yep, Kanyana caught out in front of his tanks, and Post will be off to a good start here. Ooh, move very low, finally goes down to Requiem. And Post keeps on rolling. Exactly what you want as Storm. They are just filing in through this choke point, and mewca can just hold down left click. Although here comes Original Moon. Ooh, doesn't find anyone and falls to mewca, but 2 traded back by Caldwell. Oh, but here comes Requiem. Make it 1. Make it 2. Make it 3! Make it 4! The Quadra! Requiem popping off, and now 5 ults in the bank for Post. Over 4 minutes on the clock. Can they do it, chat? I doubted the Bucky pick at my own peril. I apologize, Requiem.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Watch mewca here. Yep, here comes the Storm ult. Just gonna go straight for the tanks. It's the Jeff Nato, but it gets countered very nicely by Caldwell. And that's a 2 for nothing. Post fighting valiantly in the 4v6. Requiem gets 1 back, but 2 are now stunned up by Emengret. And that's going to be a triple kill for Caldwell, and that is going to spell the end of that engagement as Post now in full retreat mode. Very similar situation we saw the first round here, with a great initial push and then stalling out in the middle. Ooh, but there's 2 kills right at the beginning there for Caldwell, and Post now getting completely wiped out. That's a triple kill for a werewolf, a huge value. Saying, yeah, I can play the Storm too, mewca. Check this out. Hold my beverage.
The wounds are gone. Thanks.
That's the ultimate online. Rekonic taking so much damage in the front line. Somebody's got to contest Kenyatta up on this roof here. Finally, they get him down. Requiem falls, though, with the ult online. That's huge. Here comes Aya Bagamoto. Big stun, gets one, but gets swallowed up by Jeff. Oh, but Bird gets the double kill. That's massive. And everyone on Caldwell's dead as the payload approaching the second point. What a great play from Burn.
Much better.
Caldwell may be grouping up for one last fight before this checkpoint. Requiem's got the ultimate online. Initial ultimate coming out here. Nice kill by Rekonic to start things off for Post. I think I'm gonna hold on to this. Yeah, I think he's just gonna hold on to it. As Caldwell looking like they're winning this fight. Ooh, gets resurrected though. Don't know if this is gonna be a lot of value here. Oh, gets him off the map. Nope, he's able to get back. And Post did not get that checkpoint. As we are now under 2 minutes to go. Trying to farm up this next ultimate. But all eyes on Requiem here. He's got the Bucky ult online. If he's able to start getting those resets, it could be huge for Post. He decided to hold it through that last team fight. Didn't really see a good opportunity to use it. Nice headshot, starting things off. There's one. There's two for Post. And that's a really nice fight, and he didn't even have to pop the ultimates. So important to be able to win fights without using your ultimates, because now you have them ready for the next one. It's going to be 3, maybe 4 online for Post. This next fight, and only 2 for Caldwell, but pretty big ones with Eman Gret. Ready to go.
Time to hit him hard.
Oh, nice. Oh, and gets him back into the team. Eman Gret out of position now. Can Post capitalize? Oh, good support from Caldwell's supports. Keeping Eman Gret alive. Big damage coming out from Original Moon, but he goes down to mewca. Diving in too deeply. Rekonic, there's another one. And mewca. That's a clean team fight for Post, and still the ultimate's online for most players. mewca had to burn the storm there, but Requiem and Limbo still have their ults online. 1:45 still on the clock for Post. I mean, they won't win if they get it all the way, but if they close out here, they'll give themselves a very good chance. Throw Stampede comes out. Nice healing from Post, keeping everybody alive. Agamotto stuns 3. Requiem staying alive. Werewolf getting 1 at the start of this fight. That could be what Caldwell needs to hold Post off, at least for now. Requiem holding this ultimate for Marvel Rivals 2.
Get that vehicle moving again! Only 60 seconds left.
That's what I needed.
Under a minute now. Let's see what Post can do. Oh, Kanyana with the snipe on Frosty.wrld. That's massive. Oh, that's big Piano with another kill. Limbo gets the res though. And here's the Jeff Nado. What can they do? Double kill already for mewca. Kanyana trades one back. Wow. Rekonic with a double kill. Requiem with another. But we are now in overtime. Post has to finish off in the payload here. Finally, the ultimate comes out here from Requiem, but he can't find the reset. Burn 2 gets 1. mewca gets another. Fight still on a knife's edge. Finally, Post break through.
We will get you to the Weaver.
And we are tied up at 3.
The current score is 3-2-3.
As the prophecy foretold. So it'll be a minute on the clock for Post and a minute 17 for Caldwell.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Because of course we're going to overtime game 5. Because why wouldn't we? Ooh, some interesting hero swaps here. We're seeing Werewolf on the Hawkeye. Post will have to react quickly to that pick, or they could find themselves getting shot in the face and one shot.
Step aside, Archer.
But as far as I can tell, for the rest of things, pretty much the same old.
Guess who's still in the
I do like Burn 2 on the Jeff. I think he's having a pretty good map so far. And Requiem on the Bucky, even though he held onto that ult for an absurdly long time, I did like it in general. But going back to the BP here, as Post starting on offense with 17 less seconds in the bank. Requiem going for the flank. Really going for these supports on Caldwell. Ooh, he's got to get to the health pack. He does, and Rekonic gets one. Great job by Requiem on the flank, forcing Caldwell to turn around and deal with him. And then mewca is able to clean up on the Storm. Werewolf, however, not to be outdone, does kill Rekonic in return. So it's spawn advantage right now to Post since they just started pushing. Time is ticking down now. Every meter counts. 10 seconds. Post has got to stay on the cart to keep overtime going. It's all going to be about who's able to charge up these ultimates first. Dapt already has his. Requiem. Overtime ticking. Last fight here. Piano gets one. Werewolf gets another. This could be it. Caldwell captures the point. It's not moving anymore. No way! Burn 2 with the quadra kill, throwing everybody off the map. What an incredible play. And Post now looking strong to take it back. No! But mewca with the ultimate on point. It's just Team Garrett on the Venom. A hero play from Burn 2, throwing 4 Caldwell players off the map. Unbelievable. But here comes the portal. Requiem with the kill on Original Moon to start things off. Post has to stay on the cart. mewca with another. Caldwell cannot kill these Eagles. Requiem with another one. The portal's still alive? They're just staggering in one by one. They're panicking. Oh, this is incredible. Burn 2 with an absolute nutty play there to throw 4 players off the map and completely turn this one around. Post getting so much extra distance here with overtime. With I can barely even see it. It's like a sliver of overtime left. This is unbelievable. But they have to stay on the payload. They cannot step off the payload for even 1 second. Even a displacement ability that gets them off the payload for a second could be all they need. Here comes Agamotto. A lot of stuff. The whole Post University team is stunned. Rekonic trying to block the rocket. Ultimate, will it be enough? Adapt gets one. There's 2 more. Agamotto comes out from Rekonic, but it's going to be too late. But an excellent additional push there by Post. Getting 59.68 meters.
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
And that is going to be pretty hard for Caldwell to top with only a 17 additional seconds on the clock. However, Post will have to win that final fight regardless, because you can technically get the payload all the way across the map during overtime if the opponents don't get you off of it. So it's all going to come down to this. Can Caldwell beat the Eagles' final push? mewca swapping to tank. Ooh, Burn 2 swapping to Elsa Bloodstone. That's interesting.
Ready?
You can't have my new arm, Rocket.
I'll make it with you. Why? Rocky? Go on, name your price.
I mean, he's got to be having tons of confidence after that incredible Jeff play in the last round. So honestly, you do you, man. Seems like Elsa's playing a lot like, I don't really know much about this hero since she just came out, but it seems like she plays a lot like Ashe from Overwatch, but we'll see. Werewolf swapping to Venom, too, for Caldwell. That's an interesting swap. As we actually see double Elsa Bloodstone coming out. So let's see what Burn's able to do on this new hero.
You need to stop that vehicle in tracks.
Stuck in the front line, needs to get behind his tanks. These tanks from Caldwell just diving in. Burn now really in an awkward position in between the teams. Trying to go for their supports, but not really getting too much value yet. Needs to try to get back to his team. Finally does so somehow. No kills, but the payload is moving. Oh, finally, Original Moon taking down mewca. That's pretty big. Oh, wow. Oh, he goes underneath to dodge it. Burn is swallowed. Original Moon's taking a page out of Burn's book and taking 2 off the map as we are now in overtime. Final fight territory. Post just needs to win 1 fight right here, and they'll win the match. Requiem gets 1. I think this may be too little too late for Post. Magneto ult is blocked. This is going to be enough. Requiem falls. That's 4 kills for Caldwell, and Post's going to have to regroup here. They might have time for 2 fights with that extra push that Post got.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be the time to
Ooh,
start
Requiem
them.
swapping to Wolverine. I like that. Let's see if it works out, though. They're going to have to get back to point quick.
I'll patch you up.
Some uninvited.
A lot of ultimates coming out here, but nobody falling just yet. Oh, there's 1 for each team. It's a 5v5. Big stun coming out, though, and there's 2 more for Caldwell. That could be the game. The point is right there. Rekonic finally takes down Emingrit. mewca still alive, somehow. But Requiem on the Wolverine gets 1. Tank busting, there's 3 more. The payload's right there. Werewolf with another. They just need to get this Venom off the point. 1 more. Can they do it? And there it is. Post University wins 5-4. Oh my. 10 meters was all it took. Wow. Incredible. What a match. Rekonic with the MVP there on Strange. Holy cow. That was a game. 3-2. Post will take it. Oh my. That was the closest Marvel Rivals match I have ever seen. We've got a lot of records here to take a look at. Most kills in 1 map. That's gonna be destroyed. mewca with 60. The previous record was Also his at 48, tied with Torero's 48 as well. But that's gone. New record is 60. Let's take a look at damage. Yep, damage record was also broken, also by mewca, 46,000. And healing as well. I think Frosty may have broken Burns' record again with 55,000 healing. What an incredible match. But Post will take it 3-2 in the end. That was, wow. Thanks for sticking with me, those of you who are still in the chat. What an amazing series. GG's to Caldwell. It was almost going to be a clean 3-0 sweep from Post, but they almost brought it all the way back from the reverse sweep. But it was not, did not come to pass at the end of the day. But wow, what a series. Post going to leapfrog up the standings, I believe. Yeah, we'll be in 3rd place after that one. So first Marvel Rivals win of the CACC Spring 2026 season. That's all we've got for this week. That was our last match and only match of tonight. I'll see you guys for more action on Monday. We've got Smash and Valorant coming at you on Monday night. So until then, hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm Coach Denny. Have a good night.